Today we're going to talk about another problem that producers have. Today we're going to be looking at how do I learn my DAW, and I'm going to give some steps that help me learn my DAW of choice, which is Ableton. But guys, without further ado, let's get into it. So, you just started making music, you're getting things organized, and one thing you're finding really difficult to do is actually just learn all the possibilities in the DAW, because the things that we have nowadays are incredible. I was actually watching a documentary the other day on Metallica with my roommate, and just seeing like, obviously so much to analog equipment, but there's also, you need a lot of space to carry. So you need like a drum kit, you need your guitar, you need your synth rack, you need your synth itself, and it takes up so much room. And we have like these incredible things called DAWs, that house all of it. And so like, obviously there's a lot to learn, and there's a lot of these programs, and I'm gonna be mostly talking about Ableton today, but this applies across every single one of them. And so basically, let's start. So I think the first thing, when you just start getting into your DAW, you've been making music for a while, maybe you wanna learn a little bit more, and you really wanna kind of like become proficient at every single part of the DAW. You want it to be like second nature. You want it to be like brushing your teeth, or I don't know, eating. It's just something that you sit down and you do. You don't really have to think about eating or breathing. You do it, right? So what do I mean? I think what's really, really important with when you first start to make music, after you're making music, you're doing this kind of thing, you have to set up, well, at least I do. I set apart some time, and I call them B sessions, and B sessions have no musical or like quota. Like, I'm not really looking to make any music. What I am looking to do though is discover different functions about different things inside of my DAW. So in Ableton, I am in Ableton 11 right now. So I went through every single one of the programs, the plugins and stuff that they have stock, and of course the ones that I've bought extra. But I start with the stock one, and in this case we're just gonna be talking about the stock ones. And I'll put like maybe a loop on, and then for example I'll grab the stock compressor and I'll just mess with all the settings of the compressor. I want to slow attack, fast release, high threshold, low threshold, slamming it, use the dry, wet, use the volume, and just like completely explore the compressor. And this session, maybe like a 15 to 30 minute session, is just learning how this compressor works. And like, okay, do I like this compressor on, maybe I'll put a drum loop in there or some hi-hat. You put a drum loop, and then you compress the crap out of it, and then you see how it reacts, and then you learn different things about it, so that, okay, maybe in the future when I'm doing something, or I'm working on this project, and I'm like, okay, I need, these drums are a little bit too many transients. I just need to even out that signal flow. Okay, but I remember the compressor that I practiced with a little while ago. But with these settings, or with this kind of tweakage, I can get the desired sound that I'm looking for. And this has helped so much, like the reverb on Ableton. Just learning how to mess with the reverb so that like you get the most out of it, and using like oversampling, and like using high quality, low quality, what you get from top to bottom, and like just learning and creating these B sessions where it's just about discovering your DAW. I mean, in general, that's the biggest point that I'm trying to get across here. It's like, you got to spend some time and learn every single piece of the DAW, the tempo, like the metronome, and the metronome, to adjust the volume of the metronome, it's the bottom right beside the master output, the blue switch. You just lower that, and that adjusts the metronome, right? I just figured that out like a couple of weeks ago, and I think it was thanks to Cosmic Academy that showed me that you could actually adjust the volume of the metronome, because usually it was just like so loud in my ears. But spending some of this time and learning every single thing about the DAW. Okay, what's the best way to put things in? Or do I enjoy audio? Do I enjoy MIDI? Do I like this? Okay, well, if you do it in MIDI, maybe you have a little bit more flexibility with, in Ableton there's probability, so you have probability. And then, but with audio, I just love the way audio just seems easier for me. So I usually just work in audio. And then you'll start to develop your own preferences and stuff like that. But I think the biggest thing that artists can do when they're trying to learn their DAW is set up part-time, a B session is how I call them. A session is music, B session is just discovery. And just take some time and, learn and have fun with it. And there's so many different things that all of these DAWs have that can like really kind of spark some creativity. And imagine like you're stuck on an idea, but you remembered like, hey, there's this one really cool setting that I remember saving on this reverb or something. You throw that reverb on there, and that just, it sparks something, right? And the less you have to think about how to actually create music, and the more time you have to just like creatively think of interesting ideas, I think that's one of the quickest ways to actually like become satisfied with making music, and satisfied in the way that's like, oh, I have an idea and I can transfer that idea directly to the DAW. which is incredible. It feels like a superpower sometimes. But anyway, guys, I hope this tip helped you. This is probably my favorite tip of all. The B sessions have helped me progress in music so much. Eternally thankful for the guys who taught me this Cosmic Academy. Guys, without further ado, if you guys like this session, without further ado, why do I keep saying that? Hey guys, if you like this video, consider liking it. And then if you guys have any ideas or you guys think what I said was dumb, put it in the comment section down below, or dislike the video if you didn't like it. And guys, why do I keep saying without further ado? Jeez. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.